Good day, everyone, and welcome to what's going to be our second lesson of Extra Afrikaans. Today, we'll be dealing with diphthongs, short vowels, and long vowels. These are combinations of different vowels in Afrikaans that gives it either a slight variation on the original sound, or it stretches out the vowel. For example, ah becomes ah, or it shortens the vowel, which will be like I-E together will be E. E, not A. It'll be E. So firstly, as I've said, a diphthong is a sound produced by the combination of two or three vowels to form a longer or different sounding vowel. There are a lot of diphthongs in Afrikaans. Diphthongs, long vowels, and short vowels. There are a lot of them in Afrikaans, and of course, it's not essential to learn all of them off by heart immediately. I wouldn't expect you to do that, and I think it would be a useless exercise because it'll take you forever. Just being aware of them will make your reading Afrikaans easier for you. As you learn the words, you'll pick up on them, but basically just being aware of them will help a lot in the process of learning how to pronounce Afrikaans properly and how to read Afrikaans. So let's get to them. First, we've got the combination of the sound R, and ah, which becomes ah. Here we have a combination of I, which becomes I. Next we have and which becomes ear. You have and I, which becomes a. We have and u, which becomes ear. We have u, which is ew. Here we have I and which is I. We have o and u, which becomes o. O and u, o. O I is oi. O I is ui. O is u. U is u. U I is oi. Oi. Now you'll notice there are some tricky ones here. You'll see we've got oi here and we have a here. Just be aware that they sound similar, but they are quite different. Especially if your ear gets used to Afrikaans, you'll hear it. It's a, and this is oi. This is o, and this is u. This is I, and this is u. Just be aware of those. And then we have ear as well. Ear, which can be confused with this one. We have ear and ear. Just be aware of them. But we'll go through them one by one so you can get a feel for the sounds. Start with and This is a long vowel. It makes the sound ah. Examples of this sound include haas, which is a rabbit, geraas, which is noise, and helaas, which is unfortunately. Next, we've got I, which is R-R-I. And the examples of this sound include cry, which is a crow, and pai, which means to placate. We have draai, which means to turn. Up next, we have ear. Ear, this and makes ear. Examples of this sound are leer, which means to study, studeer, which also means to study, and concentreer, which means to concentrate. Next, we have a, which is and I for a. Examples of this sound include eier, which is an egg, May, which is the month of May, and contré, which is a certain area. Ear, ear, ear. Examples of this sound are beurs, which is a bursary, and reus, which is a giant. Ear. Next, we have eu, eu. Examples of this sound are eu, which is a word on its own, which means century, and leeu, which is a lion. Next, we have I and together for I. Examples of this in sound include the all-important die, which means the, and you'll see it in Afrikaans all the time, die, and meisie, which is a girl. Next, we have o. Examples of this sound include oud, which means old, berou, which is to regret, and hout, which is wood. Next, we have ui, which is I for ui. Examples of this sound include kui, which is a cow, rui, which means to row, and stui, which is to wrestle, like WWF wrestling. Next we have U, which is O and E together for U. Examples of this sound include koers, which is direction, roer, which means to stir, and boer, which is farmer, or it's another word for Afrikaners in general. We call ourselves farmers because in our origins we used to farm a lot, so we call ourselves boere, boer. Up next we have oi, oi, o-o-i for oi. Examples of this sound include rooi, which is red, mooi, which is pretty, and pleidooi, which is pleidooi is to plead. Next we have u, which is a u and a u together for u. It's a long vowel. Examples of this sound include huur, which is to rent, uur, which is hour, and muur, which is a wall. Next we have u and i combined for oi, oi. Examples of this sound are out, which is out, ruit, which is a window pane, and spuit, which is to squirt or to inject. Now, turning back to the diphthongs again, now we've had a sound of each of them, so I'm going to just give you the sound again, just to refresh your memory. We've got R, I, ear, A, ear, U, I, O, oi, ui, U, U, A. Now let me just give the little complicated pairs, the ones that you might get confused with. We've got ear, you've got ear, and ew. Ear, ear, ew. Wherever you see this U, you can know that you're going to have to round your mouth a little bit, sound slightly different. Ear, ew, ear, 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 ew, ear, ear. Okay? Then we have E and U, E and U, E and U. And we have O and we have U, O and U. And the last one we have A and O, A, O. That concludes it for this lesson. If you have any questions, comments, please do not hesitate to leave them, and I will return your comments as soon as I can. Thanks.